First thing is sitting in the thunderbolt position with a block between my feet to keep the knees a good distance apart. I have this feeling of collapse in around the front of the hips, pain, weakness, inner thighs falling in towards each other, but no real strength there. So this is the advice of my teacher, Mary Quayle. Keep the feet block width apart. That's the width of the block. Next thing, I'm making sure tops of the feet anchored to the floor. I'm applying a little press down through the balls of the feet. Now I'm taking attention to the thighs and think about lifting up so I'm not sitting so heavily. And to help with that, because I'm feeling extremely weak, extra stiff and sore today. So my fingertips on the floor helping to get a little bit of lift. Now I'm letting the pelvis sink down again and applying a little pressure, hands against thighs. I'm gradually moving upper body backwards in space. I'll take my hands behind my head, elbows lengthen out. And in order for me to safely move backwards, I have to have pelvic floor muscles and deep abdominal muscles engaged. So I draw up from the perineum and then create a little bit of muscular tension for transverse abdominis that runs between the hip bones and around towards the back of the spine. So just switching on the abdominal wall. And I'm also doing my best to keep my knees towards the floor. I know they're lifting up. I'm going to take hands away so that I can come forward and adjust. Left and right. Sending the upper body backwards again. Take hands behind the head. Checking core muscles nicely held. I'm separating hands and then stretching the arms up. I'm doing my best to draw them back behind and trying to rotate so that the little fingers are drawing in towards the midline. Feeling a little stretch all along the inner line of the arm, armpit, along the side of the waist, all the way down to the hip junction. I'm not a bit level here, but I can't quite work out. That'll do. Keeping core held as I make my way up. And now from here, I'm going to come down onto the floor. Checking that feet are a comfortable distance from each other, from the bottom, 2 feet facing directly ahead. Arms can come up into the air, move the shoulder blades nicely apart. Let the arms soften, let the legs soften, let the abdominal muscles relax. Breath in and out. Slowly, we let the arms descend towards the floor. Make sure shoulder blades stay well apart from each other, nice and broad, flat against the ground. Upper back relaxed. Feel your back ribs and the shoulder blades making contact with the floor. Check that your head is relaxed. Might just take hands behind the head. Allow the head to lift off the floor. Big, heavy head. Neck muscles letting go. And then big, heavy head can rest down to the floor. Arms make their way down by your sides. Feel the back of the arms. You might want to let the back of the head press in gently. Lift the shoulders off. Maybe move them, a wee bit to get a sense of the upper body neatly planted. From here, you let your feet stay anchored and you gradually encourage a feeling of gentle shake. Calf muscles, hamstring muscles just meat hanging off the bones. You let the legs be still. Now we'll let the arms rise into the air and allow them to hang in the air, and then make a soft fist. Thumb presses against little finger, other fingers close around the thumb, and you let the arms shake gently. Now if it feels nice to let the legs lengthen out and then stiffen the arms a little bit, draw the arms back behind the head, not taking them all the way to the floor, and perhaps letting the fingers be pointed up into the air in order to feel a little stretch on the back of the wrists. You could curl fingers in towards the inner wrists. And now for the next few breaths, feel one side of the body lengthen and stretch. You can let a leg lift a little way off the floor. Have the heel press away. That's your stretch for the posterior chain. And then you can point the toe away to stretch the anterior chain. And at this point, keeping a little bit of stiffness in the arms so that there's no collapse of the shoulders. There's a wee bit of work going on in the upper arm muscles, a wee bit of work going on around the ribs. When you feel that you've fully lengthened, move the legs and arms a little bit further apart. Let the arms come to land, making sure you still feel upper back broad and flat against the floor. Two buttocks resting comfortably. And then if it's okay to let the legs have a little shake here, thigh bones moving in the hip socket. Focus on slow, steady, diaphragmatic breaths. I'm not going to give a tutorial on breathing. There's lots of brilliant ones on YouTube. You just want to feel, it can be helpful maybe to let the hands rest around the belly and be aware that the more relaxation you can have in the abdominal area, the more the diaphragm will be able to fully contract. You'll feel the pelvic floor muscles slightly move away from the body on the breath in. You may feel them draw in towards the body on the breath out. Now still deep, slow abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing. We let the legs bend if they have been stretched out. Knees come together, ankles together. We're simply letting them rest against each other, and we're going to take two knees towards one side and towards the other. Abdominal muscles stay relaxed. Arms come out to rest on the floor, back of the arms, back of the hands. If you need to, flip the hands over so that your palms are resting on the floor for more upper body anchoring. Feel free to do that. And you feel yourself coming onto the little toe edge, in my case, the right foot, the two knees going towards the right side. Belly stays relaxed. I feel a little stretch along the armpit, left side of the waist, down along the outer left thigh. I'm letting my head loll towards the left side. The back of both shoulders resting comfortably. Each breath as slow as possible. Feeling the full range of movement of the breath. Air drawing into the lungs, diaphragm contracting, creating that decompression that helps the lungs to fill. Abdominal contents getting pushed outwards and downwards. Rib cage expanding. If you can pause at the height of the in-breath, feeling the suspension, holding the fullness, that's a nice thing to do. And then for a nice focused breath out, you let your lips be parted as you're breathing out. Now, if you've been stationary towards the right side, on the next in-breath, you let yourself move back to the starting place. Feel the 2 feet on the floor. A little press of the feet into the floor and allow the pelvis to float off the tiniest little bit. And let it land down again. Awareness of alignment. That imaginary line between the feet, all the way up to the groin, all the way up through the spine, to the back of the skull where it's resting on the floor. Feeling of symmetry, back of both shoulders resting comfortably, jaw comfortable, neck muscles relaxed. Now come on to the little toe edge of the left foot, knees going towards the left. Slow, steady breathing. Abdominal muscles stay relaxed. The back of the right shoulder stays in contact with the floor. And if you're still down to the left, make your way back to the starting position on an in-breath, if possible. Too late to say that. Now, a little bit of find the alignment, spine, nice long line, and then letting one leg bend up, straighten out, second leg, keeping a space between the feet, feeling the feet facing directly ahead. Now we'll plant both feet on the floor. Going to do a little bit of bridge work. For me, I can be comfortable with the feet a queer wee distance from the bottom. Right, touch my heel and then move foot forward. Having measured it, you'll find when you're in the right place, pelvis can float off the floor and you feel supported. Now today I'm particularly stiff and weak and sore. So I find the closer the feet are towards the bottom, the more support, the easier it is for me to get the pelvis off the floor. So because this is a day of great stiffness and soreness, and keeping the feet fairly close. And now when I let my pelvis float off, I'm bracing core muscles, putting on that nice wee strong abdominal brace, transverse abdominis, and I suppose some layer, some area of rectus abdominis. Pelvic floor muscles draw up, keeping the internal organs nice and safe inside. And keeping my heels pressing into the floor. And as I raise the pelvis up, I'm letting my elbows stay, upper arms stay in contact. Hands are checking that both hips are at the same height. Sometimes the weaker one will be a little bit lower. I think mine are level. Look at the video later, it'll tell me whether or not. Checking in with the back of the neck, you want to make sure that you're resting on that nice meaty portion of the trapezius muscles. No excess tension in the shoulders. And there's a little bit of grip of the buttock muscles in order to keep drawing the pelvis up into the air, but bringing it into a little posterior tilt. So you're trying to curl the tailbone in towards the body, and that gives a wee bit more stretch for the iliacus muscle sitting there in the bowl of the hip bones. Now I'm going to start adding movement to this bridge, keeping strong control and moving slowly. Pelvis making its way down to the floor, feet staying in strong contact. I feel the sacrum just brush the floor and then make my way up again. Come in. How are you? Alright. Yes, I'm finished what I'm doing my Mrs. Stephen's sore hip exercises. So come and join me. So
Michelle's away.
coming down yet. So come,
I was going to say
coming
hello
down
to
from
you.
Bridge. Say hello
Hi.
to the viewers.
Hello.
We're live on YouTube. I've gone live. I'm live streaming, honestly.
I
Ah,
can't have that.
no, I have to have my therapy documented.
All right, but I need to get it away.
Oh no, stay, join in. It's good to have two. It's really a case of listening. So all that I've just done bridge. Have you been doing bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's fine. So just make yourself comfortable. And the bridge now we'll do knees. Is there space for both of us to do the window wipers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's finding that symmetry. Your feet a nice distance from each other.
Yep.
Nice comfortable
So that's
distance
legs
from the
wider,
rock.
no?
Yes, this is the legs out quite wide, yes. We've already had the legs together, knees to one
But
side.
facing
towards
straight
the
on
other.
or toes pointed out.
No, feet facing directly ahead.
Okay.
Toes, yeah. And then it's coming on to, let us go towards the left side first. Little toe edge of left foot, big toe edge of right foot. And by the way, keep abdominal muscles relaxed and you're letting the knees go to wherever they want to go. And then you're thinking, do I want to stay down here for a couple of breaths or will I take myself back in the other direction? Are you okay if we do this as continuous movement?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be alright? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're next ready to take a breath in, we draw the knees back to the starting position. And then the breath out takes them towards the right side. Now we'll finish back to the starting position and from here, two bent legs, left leg stays nice and relaxed, foot on the floor, right leg lifted off and take your hands around your hamstring and then let the lower legs just hanging and you can let kind of lift off a little bit and let the calf muscle flop against your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You're just letting the leg, you flop it just.
Mm-hmm. I think I went into my own little world and
Yes. Now.
I got distracted.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So hands stay around the hamstring. That's alright. This is your time.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly letting the leg rise into the air. Not to stiffen the hamstring too much. You just follow movement. Nice and slow, and it's feeling the hamstring muscles lengthening But they're still staying fairly soft. You don't want them to tauten too much. Are you itchy, my dear?
No, I'm just massaging.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good.
Well, because there's one little part of the
Yes.
hamstring that's a little bit sore to touch.
Ah,
So I'm just trying to work out where it is.
ah, yeah. Very good. And I think that's enough of those for the right leg for me. If you're ready to move on, feel free to move on. If you need a wee bit more, take a wee bit more.
Jeez.
I'm sorry to hear that. Boy, racer. And I just realized for my left leg and the right leg, I kept a controlled movement. For the left leg there, I was straightening the leg up and then just letting it flop down. So now I'm doing it with control. It's probably good to do both.
No one used to do this, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I haven't done this. I'm going to do this anyways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is called flossing the sciatic nerve.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Because you don't fully straighten the leg, so therefore the hamstrings don't get tight and locked, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that means, I suppose, that there's plenty
But
of
then after you've
space.
done that a number of times, then you do try to straighten it.
You can do, of course. Oh, aye, for sure. Yeah.
But just nice and easy.
Yeah. At the minute, you see, because I've been having so much problems with muscle spasm, my work, yes, bridge is like the strengthening, but a lot of my leg stuff, I'm trying to let the legs be nice and heavy and soft and relaxed, you know. I'm trying to get tight muscles to let go, so that's why I'm not doing anything that's too strenuous.
Right.
Keeping a nice lazy feeling. And I will now, oh, actually, I'll see what you think. I have the good fortune of owning Podium for Sport resistance bands. So I'm going to wrap a band around my thigh, towel, yoga belt, anything at all, and fitting the strap around so that, let's see, I want to be able to pull it up this
I've
way.
paused my radio station.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. I only
That's-
just came up to say Sherry in the
Oh.
phone.
Michelle couldn't get in.
Oh.
We couldn't get into Zoom.
Oh, you never did it?
Nope, we just chatted for a while.
Ah.
Now, yeah.
Sherry, what if you weren't on Zoom?
Oh, just through the phone.
Ah.
Yeah. She couldn't even contact me on Teams.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Now, I have here, oh, that's all right. You're doing your bridge.
Yeah.
And I'm doing
Did
this
you text him? It's
to show my, I'm still live on YouTube, so hold on
oh, jeepers.
on that chat. It's all right, Anne. I have my hairy legs are shining in the sun.
Can you edit this all?
I could, of course, but I don't want to.
Okay.
It's my hip exercises, and we have no viewers, do not worry.
No. but
So
I mean-
I'm supporting my right thigh. I'm just letting the muscles be nice and soft. I have a resistance band tied around the thigh. And then apply, and of course there's a little bit of arm strength required, but it's a very nice
So what
feeling.
am I doing?
Right, double, and then I'm gonna switch to the left thigh. So you see, it's doubled and it's behind your thigh. And then because we want to pull this way, so feed this one if you're doing left thigh, when you do the same as me, left thigh, it's in behind the thigh, no, full length, strength, no, straighten it out. Yes, and put it behind and underneath the left thigh.
I'm
No.
a little bit slow.
Yeah, no, right
I have
hand.
MS, you
No,
know.
I know you do. Here, right hand.
I can't hold that.
You don't have to. Keep your head down on the floor. Take your right hand out. No, keep the foot on the floor.
Right.
Take your right hand out to the right, holding the strap.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to feed the right hand in through the left. Feed the right hand in through the left,
Yeah.
and then pull up the left. That's so that we get the pull this way.
That didn't work for me.
Here, give me. No, Anne, look. Feed it in here, and then this is now what you grab.
Okay. Right.
It's to get, I think this is a good angle for the grab, but actually, oh no, underneath might be better. Never mind. So all you're doing now is let the leg lift off. Have a good strong hold of it with your hands, but not taking any excess stress into the, arms. Like neck should stay relaxed. And you're just allowing the leg. You see that nice strong hold? I think I'll use your two hands because now, you maybe were on to something with doubling the band. That might actually work, Does that feel nice or not?
Okay.
See, well, it might be because your legs aren't suffering perhaps the way that mine are from a feeling of cramp, like never the muscles, feeling all hard.
I feel I could get the same from using my hands.
Right, okay.
I don't feel that I'm gaining anything by using this.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I am loving it. And a few years ago, I was like resistance bands.
But it might be that I'm not relaxed enough into it or something,
yes. There might also be, right, but there's probably other ways to do this. Anyhow, leave it out for now.
And for me, it can be
Next
difficult to take tension out of my neck.
Yes.
Doing anything that involves, upper body and lower body.
Yeah.
I have a tendency to bring my neck into it. So I feel I'm more likely to bring my neck in with the strap maybe.
Of course, because
This way I feel like I can relax the head and the shoulders more.
Yeah.
So that's just me
personally,
but
well,
everyone might be different.
Yeah, but that's a significant observation. It means
it might also be, because I don't have a hip issue. I'm quite far in.
Yes.
So it's difficult for me to. Where am I pulling this?
Exactly. You don't need it.
I don't need it.
I need it because I don't have. It's too much effort for me.
I think what
So
I
Nick-
have to work on is hip extension,
Yes,
not
yes,
flexion.
yes. Oh yeah, fair enough. Well, we will be doing that in a wee second. Anyway,
But I think that's why that feels a little awkward for me.
yes.
Because look, the strap's in here,
Of course.
you know.
Yeah.
And
You don't need the
where
thing.
am I going with
Of
it?
course, yeah, yeah.
Yes, I could use the strap to take it out to the side, maybe. But I just think I don't need this size of strap at the minute.
No, you don't need the strap at all
I don't.
because that deep hip
No, hip
flexion
extension is a whole different thing.
Right, okay. So for the next stage of this, we're going to come to a tabletop position. I need knee pad, knee blanket. Your nice nimble knees don't need anything. Nimblies. Now this is what I am struggling with. Tabletop position. Place the block between, if you got here, place the block between your feet.
Oh, you know, I have one here.
All right, very good.
Block between feet.
Block between feet.
Long ways.
Long ways, yes, is good.
Mm-hmm.
Knees and feet the same distance apart.
Mm-hmm. So feet pointing directly back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thighs vertical.
Yeah.
We try to get the tops of our feet down to the floor. Stiffen your arms. No elbows. Spread the fingers apart. Create as much space, as much distance between your hands and your shoulders as you can. Then think of the long line from pubic bone to collarbone. See if you can connect to your pelvic floor muscles. And then that little brace, transverse abdominis, creating a nice strong abdominal wall. Awareness now of spine. We're thinking neutral spine, just a nice long line of spine. So see where your head is, how you feel the back of your neck, the line of the spine, your thoracic spine, nice and long. Remember the shoulders are lifted, you feel your chest lifting up. See if you can be aware of the movement of your ribs as you breathe in and out. Now we're keeping a little brace on the belly, so we're limiting the movement of the diaphragm a little bit. So you feel your breath as best you can. You feel rib cage expanding and contracting. Oops. Oh, cabin walls. I'll have to decline. Oh, 2 o'clock. Okay. Now, forward and back, keeping the spine nice and neutral, trying to not let the butt dip down. You want to keep nice long spine. I can only get a little way before my spine starts to round. Coming forward, I feel I have a wee bit more power. The shoulders coming forward like beyond the wrists, keeping the nice strong brace of belly. Sending the pelvis directly backwards. Going to leave it at that for now. Move the block out of the way. I'm going to come up into downward dog. Keep a little brace on. Curl the toes under. If you want it for relief after all that strong work, you could let, the hands give them a wee break. Let them lift off. Lift one knee off, the other knee off. Lift the toes off. Give the feet a wee shake. Yeah, back of the hands. The nice thing, take back of the fingers to the mat. Take them in. All kinds of little fingery things can be done. And then we'll curl our toes under. Check in with brace. Check in with strong straight arms. Check in with nice neutral spine. Let the knees lift off the floor, and perhaps we'll hold a little hover here. Strong straight arms. Actually, my arms could be a wee bit wider. From here now, we're going to come into deep hip flexion, as deep as you can. Rib cage towards thighs, keeping that little brace, keeping the knees towards the floor, keeping the spine nice and long. Gradually then letting the pelvis, hips rising into the air, staying up high on the toes. Don't be worrying about taking heels towards the floor. We get the bum all the way up and feel that nice sharp V shape. Heads between the arms, cores held, hands are strong and active. Shoulder, all the wee muscles around the shoulders, tricep muscle, helping to keep the arms nice and straight. From here now, one leg begins to bend as the heel of the other foot makes its way towards the floor. Doing your best to keep the hips nice and level, bum high in the air. We're trying to keep this a movement of just the legs, thigh bone moving in the hip socket, one lower leg straightening out. Core muscles stay held, keep the breath flowing. Try to keep the spine nice and long. I'll only be able to tell from the video if I have a hump or not. It's my upper back tends to round, especially when there's any kind of pain or discomfort going on. You can get all contracted up, and we're using this to try to find length.
That's enough for me.
That's all right. Yeah, when you've had enough, you can make your way down, or you can continue working. I'm using it now to try to get a little bit of like sideways stretch around the hips, taking them towards one side and towards the other. Now I'll walk feet in a little bit closer. I'll take knees towards the floor, tops of the feet down to the floor, and I'm sitting back, letting the hands come behind, come further forward. This now is about finding a little bit of stretch for iliopsoas. Hands are coming behind. Now people with short arms relative to their legs may have difficulty here. Do the best you can. Keep a little brace on abs and pelvic floor muscle so that we're not going to be pushing the belly up into the air. But it's a matter of keeping nice space between the thighs and then feel the bum lifting away from the heels. Remember, neutral spine. Pressing the pubic bone upwards. Core nice and long. Come settle back down on heels. Next stage now, I'm lifting my knees off to get a wee stretch for the tops of the feet and around the shins. And then letting one knee down, up, down, just bringing one knee at a time. Next stage is taking the feet forward so that I can come into a little reverse table. Now, find the best position for the fingers, either facing forward or facing back. See how it is. Mine are facing towards my feet now. Keeping the core held nice and strong, letting the pelvis rise up. And then if you feel like doing a wee bit of walking, going up the mat and down the mat. And now we'll park ourselves here. Take right foot in towards the butt. Come up on your toes. Take the left foot further forward. Now draw your right knee down towards the floor. Move back. Move forward. Move back. Move forward. Move back. Move forward. Move back. This time we'll take the left foot in. Take the right foot out. Left knee towards the floor. Move back. Keep the core muscles held. Make sure not pushing the belly forward and just helping to find this. So we stretch around the hip flexor there, and good for mobilizing the toes and helping to build ankle mobility as well. And then from here down into a sit. We'll let the legs lengthen out. You can sit cross-legged if you can. It's not an option for me at the minute. Feel nice long spine, and then from here just a little sideways gentle twist. Feeling the spine. If you let your eyes close and just be aware of nice long spine. This is as effortless as possible. Very gentle, slow, spirally movement. I have to be careful of not letting my neck muscles get involved when I'm twisting. You don't want any tension in the neck, so it's wherever your head has to be so that the neck muscles can stay soft is where it will stay. And if you're still going towards that first side, make your way around towards the other side. I'll draw back to the starting position. I have to leave it there because the belly is calling for breakfast. So say goodbye to the viewers, Anne.
Bye.
Bye. You'll now be live and